So clinically, when do you decide that a DVD is bad enough to fix? I mean, you can measure them in the office and they can look quite large and you need to fix them, but sometimes they're walking around and nobody sees them. When do you decide that it's bad enough to intervene surgically?
DVD tends to slowly decrease over many years, and yet many adults still have it. So if the parents are concerned, if the child is concerned, if other patients are talking about the problem, then I want to do it. I rarely will operate for DVD with the thought of improving fusion. Some of them can fuse. I had one patient with 10 of 10 circles, but that's very rare. So I don't think so much about a fusion. It's mainly the appearance and the ability to communicate with other people. If that's the problem, then I recommend surgery.
We have time for just one more question or intervention. Go ahead, Dr. Buckley.
So this is a question I've always had. How can you tell after you do bilateral superior rectus recessions that the result that you get is not a secondary deviation versus uncorrected DVD? So in the case where you do bilaterals, right eye is fixing, it's weak, so the secondary deviation is throwing the left eye up. Looks like a DVD, but it's really not. How do you tell that, and does it make any difference? You just go ahead and do something, the same thing. Do you approach that any differently?
Well, certainly you want to do forced reductions on your repeat surgery to see if there's got a restriction that maybe you didn't know about. But it's hard to tell, as you say. I will often go back and do further resection on the higher eye of those cases because I haven't seen many inferior rectus muscles tighten up after original surgery for DVD. But then it leads to the whole question, when you do a large asymmetric DVD, just on a patient with an asymmetric DVD, why don't you get a hypodeviation? Why don't you get that? And I suspect it's because the vergence which the DVD causes the DVD is so strong, the patients who are using that, they've discovered they can do that, use that vergence, that you're limiting that vergence rather than limiting the position of the eye so much. So it's still an unanswered question, and I'd wish somebody can answer that for us, Ed. Thanks very much.
I'd like to thank all our panelists and thank you all for your questions today. We'll close this section and invite the next speakers up.